You guys had this good stuff. So what we're doing was, you guys were coming around, maybe trying to get his head or do something, and he's putting his hand up to stop you. And so from the point of contact, which is here from the forearm, you can use your hand, but sometimes you just can't reach. So from here, you're going around the person in this direction, and then you're dropping a hand to get him to do this. So from this point, you've broken his structure. You can continue to turn him and drop him. So the energy is going from here, right from there, as he touches. Okay, and then if you want to continue to put him down, you put him down. But the idea is from the point where you feel the contact. Now here it's higher. It's right here on the arm. So when you do that, if you drop it again, you have it. And so if you want to put him down right there, you get that. So it's from that point of contact. So the tension in his arm that's connecting his arm to his shoulder and his head is what's going to move the whole thing. So as long as you have the pressure, and you keep that going, you're going to get this. And his head comes right to you, and the head throwing comes right out of it easily. And the same thing happens if you're going outward, and he's doing this. So if you're reaching for his head, this way, he came up. The hand goes up, and you drop it. And you get him to bend easily. And the other hand is just ready to come down. So, it's that sense of doing this and taking a step. And then the takedowns come right out of it. So you're not going to stay in front of them and try to fight, trying to knock his arms out of the way and get around his hands this way. You're going to take one smooth movement as you step. And that tension, again, the reason he's moving is because there's tension from the arm to the shoulder from him trying to resist. So the resistance is what allows me to move the whole body from here. It's this resistance right here that when you change the line, it moves his whole body. Now if he's relaxed and he did this, and then with his arm, it doesn't move his body at all. So you're actually taking advantage of the fact that he's resisting. You're not trying to not have him resist. So when it comes up, and he moves, you go right to the knees, and the hips can't come down again. One smooth movement. So the movement continues. There's no stopping from what you're doing. But the feeling that pressure of moving is what puts the guy on the floor. So that's what we're working on. And what else were we working on today? Anything other than this? That's about it.
That's pretty much all. I mean, there's lots of variations.
Kind of the big idea. So if you were going, and he was putting the other hand up, what we were talking about was that energy. When you do this, you can feel him moving your hand. So by taking a step, you go right to his hips, and again, you're right into the head turn and his throws. So the pressure that he gives here is sending me this way, and so the arm just goes down through it. And again, you have to take steps, and you'll bend him immediately because again, he's pushing in this direction. So he's pushing that way by going like that around it and taking that step. It makes him continue going that way, but his lower body doesn't. So that's how he falls in that direction. So depending on where he is, his body is more turned to the side. And you were doing this kind of thing when you did that, you can sometimes get right to your shoulder. Put him down. Because again, on that one, he's twisting. He's pushing this way. And because his shoulder is the other way, his feet are aligned that way to do it. Doesn't matter what you're doing. So what he's doing, if you go this way and you push in that direction, it's like his own energy gives him that spiral and puts him on the floor. And then likewise, if he puts us up and you didn't think about changing direction or dropping his body, if you're on his hand, the same thing works. So from going outward to the guy, you drop him like that. Okay? You hit him in the head. Okay? And his other arm has a tendency to come out, so you can either break it, pull it in, or just move it. So when he's coming down, when you did this, when that one comes up, if you just take another step, you do the shoulder blade thing, separate his chest, he'll fall down from that. So those are some of the things that we're playing with, again, with his tension. So this is somebody, you have to initiate, maybe you have to come up to the person and do something, or maybe you defended yourself, you got in the way of a punch or a kick or an attack, and you're coming back at him, and he's, again, just putting his hands up to try to defend himself.